At this moment in the crypto markets, it very much feels like the bears are on top. The bears are in control. The bears are running riot with the crypto markets, the traditional markets, Tesla stock, Apple stock, Amazon stock, all of these major stocks from all of these major companies, Netflix stock, Zoom stock, all down a solid 80, 90, 70% across the past 12 months. It has to end at some point soon. In today's video, I'm explaining to you why I've just opened a long position on the price of Ethereum that you can see right here. It's currently just a little bit in profit, just a couple $100 in profit right now. That long position is opened on Ethereum at $1,200. In today's video, I'm going to explain why I've opened a long position on Ethereum. I'm going to explain why I feel very optimistic about the price of Bitcoin right now. And if that does sound interesting to you, slap a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on channel notifications. Just click them buttons down there. I really would appreciate it. And let's crack on. So, first things first. Why am I currently long on the price of Ethereum? Well, I'm only $79,000 long currently on the price of Ethereum. But looking at the price of Ethereum, we are looking pretty tempting as far as trading setups go. You can take two kind of narratives right now. The first narrative would be, it's been going down for 18 months. What's to say the trend is going to change? The alternative narrative is look at this level of resistance that we've been holding for the past 18 months and look where we are. There's two things that can happen right now. Either we get rejected again and we drop back to the downside and hit the $1,000 or maybe even go as low as $800 if we drop all the way to the bottom levels of support right here. Or more likely, in my opinion, we've actually made a higher low, slightly bullish. And if we zoom in on this chart a little bit, I'm able to explain essentially we seem to be abiding by a level of support. This level of support going from ping, 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 essentially, so long as we're not losing this purple line, we're getting very, very macro in terms of the amount of price movement that can be really allowed in this market. We're obviously building up to a very big news in the first, big move, in the first couple of months, first couple of weeks probably, of the new year. The new year, I think, something's going to happen fairly big towards the start of the new year. From my perspective, I hope it's bullish, but we've only got how many more days? 2 more days possible before the new year starts. And the new year starts on this day, whereby a guaranteed breakout will happen. Something is going to happen in the next 3 days to the price of Ethereum. We either lose the level of support right here, or we break the resistance level. Being that we've failed to break it on several different occasions so far, I favour the upside right now. I feel like it's just more likely from an indicator point of view, from every point of view that I've got really. And then my target for Ethereum's price would be somewhere around these levels right here, would be approximately $1,400 to $1,500, somewhere in that range. About a $250 jump to the upside is really what I would be expecting, which is why I'm long. $79,000 long basically would, at this point in time, mean 79 times 250 would be my net profit. So it'd be a decent amount of money. That's what I'm hoping to make off the back of that trade. Again, you don't need mega amounts of money to make a lot of money. In fact, for the equity that I've currently got down in that trade, it's only a few $1,000s. I'm using slightly higher leverage on that trade because I'm essentially using leverage as a stop loss by not putting a whole amount of equity into the trade in the first place. If you're wondering how that works, you should watch my trading tutorial that is coming out on the main channel in just a couple of days' time, where I explain all about trading and all these other wonderful things that you can do on the internet to make a living. Now, when it comes to the price of Bitcoin, of course, how does this compare with Ethereum being very much on the edge of a breakout? Now, if you look over at the price of Bitcoin, which is on this screen right here, let me just move my water out of the way. What you can see here is Bitcoin's price on the 5-minute chart. Of course, on the 5-minute chart, it looks very lively, but the more you zoom out, the more you get to see that actually this is not a lively chart at all. In fact, it's quite rather mundane and boring. When it comes to the current price of Bitcoin, of course, we've got this incorrectly plotted line right here. It should be more like here, but essentially we're encountering a level of resistance. Should we break through this level of resistance here, essentially $16,700, then we'll go back up to this level of resistance right here. Again, mid $16,700. Really, I'm looking for a break back to the upside. I'm expecting that Bitcoin keeps faking out to the downside to tempt in more short positions from the bears. I could be wrong here and we could lose the level of support. My entire theory falls apart if we break through this lower level of support right here, the lower level being, again, approximately $16,450. Now, yes, technically we did break below that level. my stops did not trigger. The actual lowest price that Bitcoin hit on that particular day was $16,430. I said my stops were at 16,400. My stops didn't trigger, so my trades are still open, and I remain long on Bitcoin from $15,600 and another position from $16,800. One is in a loss, one is in a significant profit. You don't win them all, but at the same time, I still expect that $16,800 trade is not actually a bad trade. We're only $140 away from entry. Everybody's so quick to go, oh, you're wrong. Nobody has patience in this market. Nobody is willing to sit and wait for a trade to play out. Everybody wants instant gains. Don't go for the instant gains in this market. That's not where the money is. The money is in taking up longer term positions on lower leverage and waiting for things to play out. At the same time, there is also higher leverage moves to be made in the short term, but only for short-term trades. My Bitcoin positions, I already have two what I consider to be somewhat good long-term trades. I don't have any short-term trades open right now. I'm just building up those positions, whereas what I'm doing on Ethereum right now is a short-term trade that I aim to take profit on in the next week or so. So just to kind of explain the differences in kind of trades that I take myself. The other thing I wanted to discuss in today's video is a little bit of cryptocurrency news, with the first bit of cryptocurrency news not being this. FTX used $200 million in customer funds to invest in two companies, says the US SEC. Invested $200 million into Miston Labs and the fintech company Dave. Good choices there, man. According to the SEC, in March 2022, FTX Ventures invested $100 million in Dave, a fintech company that had gone public 2 months prior through a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. FTX and Dave had planned to work together to expand the digital asset ecosystem. The US arm of the crypto exchange would serve as Dave's exclusive partner for cryptocurrencies. In another deal in September, FTX invested an additional $100 million in Miston Labs, a Web3 company. The amount was part of a $300 million funding round at a $2 billion valuation of Miston. Other crypto heavyweights, such as Coinbase Ventures and BINANCE Labs, Andreessen Horowitz, also participated in the rounds of funding. I guess the question here is, are they allowed to keep the money? Like, that was technically stolen money that was given to them. But if the answer is no, they can't keep the money, then all of the politicians should give back all of that money as well, and everyone else that FTX donated money to. So I don't really think that they can actually say that the money should be given back. Also, with all of these funding rounds for all of these businesses, the businesses in most cases are really struggling. From my perspective, a lot of these VC funds, all of these labs, companies, incubators, they're all going bust right now. Everybody's going bust right now. We are close to a bottom, if not at the bottom, from a fundamental perspective of bankruptcies. A lot of them. I see it every day right now. I'm getting messages from people saying, I've left so-and-so company, and I'm like, damn, I'm still an investor in that company. Bearing in mind that my portfolio is of over 400 different cryptocurrency businesses, this is it's a pretty common occurrence that I'm getting these messages. I've just left so-and-so. Oh, I wonder why you've just left them. Oh, nobody's told me that they've gone bankrupt, but they just suddenly don't have any staff anymore. This is a very regular occurrence, and I'm going to be making a video about all of these different cryptocurrencies that are somewhat ghosting me. Like, I've sent messages to a lot of them in recent days. Well, a good one to bring up would be Matrix ETF. I invested in Matrix ETF from day one. I've been in a loss on that. And their entire project is not replying to me. It seems like they've exit scammed. I don't know what's going on with them, and the coin's price is essentially zero. So there are good projects in crypto which I find very easy to identify by the fact that they give you a reply, they show you their finances, they're very open, and the fact that they're quite happy in general, and their kind of staff and community is positive. Whereas there are other projects that don't reply and they don't send messages, and I'm like, guys, I sent you many thousands of dollars. Why are you not replying to my messages? And the simple answer to that is they either have money in FTX or they just took money and spent it on Lambos, because that also happens quite a lot in bull markets. Now, moving on from this news story right here, I have two more news stories to bring to your attention. One is Eisenberg KYC'd as a Ukrainian woman on a crypto exchange to carry out the Mango Markets exploit. This is something that I wanted to make a full video about because I feel like you would find it very interesting. Essentially, this guy hacked a lot of money out of these exchanges, and he was very, very, should we say, full of himself on Twitter. And now he's been caught and arrested. So yeah, this is an interesting development. And then finally, we have this news story right here. Binance, OKX, and KuCoin advise 3Commas users to reset API keys after database leak. If you're not already familiar, basically 3Commas has been hacked, and they've distribute a bunch of API keys to the dark web that are being sold. What is the value in the API key? Essentially, what it allows people to do is pump up absolute turds on like low liquidity market caps. What it allows people to do is it allows the hacker to buy a bunch of coins of this low liquidity market cap, and then they will use stolen funds to pump up the price and then sell to those stolen funds so that they can take money out. I explain it in slightly more detail on Crypto Saving Expert's normal morning show this morning if you want to watch it in more detail, but essentially that's the long and short of it. Very interesting, very clever way of hacking. Congratulations to whoever figured out the 3 commas hacking thing, because it's such a clever way of doing things. I'm impressed. But yeah, on that note, guys, of course, if you are interested in trading, check out links and information in today's video description. BIBIT and BitGet have still both got their offers on. I believe they're coming to an end at the end of this year, so you don't have long left to claim them. Not like anybody will. So on that note, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.